Okay, so before we start actually going through the techniques, I thought I'll just share with you how I do it. So I normally start with the end in mind. Okay, so I'll either have a frame or a canvas or a book that I want to cover, and so I'll measure out the shape and the size of what I want to cover, and then I'll create a template. So I normally use cereal boxes. I just cut them up and I use the large cereal boxes as templates, and you can cut them to any size, and it's, you know, we recycle. It doesn't cost you anything as well, so that's always a plus. And so for instance, let's say you want to create a 9-block design at the end of the course. Okay, because that's our aim is for you guys to create something similar to this. So let's say you want to create something exactly like this. You will need to buy a 30 by 30 centimeter canvas, and then you'll need 9 8 by 8 centimeter cardboard pieces. So another place that I absolutely love is the framing shops, because they throw out a lot of the insides of the frames that they cut out, and so those are perfect to mount your pewter on, and they, you know, they just give that away for free. So go and visit them. Okay, so I just wanted to say that start with the end in mind, decide what you want to use, whether you have a frame. I'll quickly show you. So let's say for instance you want to pop something in a frame, you'll need to measure the inside. Okay, cut a piece of cardboard or mounting board. I like to do that because it supports my metal, and I know it won't scratch, it won't damage, it won't bend. So I always stick it onto some form of a cardboard or mounting board before I actually mount it onto something else. So just a tip on planning. So with this one as well, so this is a 20 by 20 centimeter canvas, and I think I've cut this one to 18 by 18 centimeters, the cardboard, so that you can actually mount it on. And then it's very easy to stick your project on, because you can just use normal contact glue or any strong adhesive to actually secure your metal on here, and you know that the metal won't buckle. All right, so just the last one. This is a travel wallet that I found in one of our local second-hand stores, and it had a logo of one of the cruising companies that sail from Tauranga. And I thought, you know what, we can make something really pretty with this. And again, I just measured the size of my wallet, cut a piece of cardboard that fits it, and then I mounted my pewter on there. All right, so that's how I do it. You can find what works for you. Right, in this video I'm going to show you how we're going to mount our metal onto our little board. So what you want to do before you do that is just make sure again your metal is nice and even. There's no wonky bits. And just gently roll over this part of your design. You don't want to flatten out anything. Okay. So this was our little cardboard. So these I actually found at a framing shop. So these are offcuts. They actually throw them away, and it's already got this beautiful little beveled cut. So when you mount your metal on there, it gives it a really good finish. So I encourage you to, if you don't want to cut your own little cardboard pieces, just go to to any framer and ask them for some offcuts. They come in really handy. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to flip our metal over so that the back side is facing us, and I'm going to show you how to do it with double-sided tape first. You can do it with glue. It's just messy, so I prefer to just do it with a double-sided tape, otherwise I get glue over everything. So what you want to do is just lay some strips across the top of it, so in line with your metal. Have some scissors handy. So I normally flip it over and just cut it off in line. So I'll do about 3 strips on this one. And just be careful as you flip your metal over that you don't bend it. And if you're hearing some background noise at the moment, there is some wonderful rain that just started pouring down, so I hope it's not disturbing you. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is just make sure it sticks nice and evenly. And then for the fiddly bit, you want to peel the backing off. Okay, like that. And then we're gonna lay this front bit with the nice beveled edges on its, so facing downward. And you can see where you've originally drawn out your little pattern, your guideline for where this needs to go. And so we just want to line this up properly. The only thing with the double-sided tape is that you have one go to get it straight. Okay, so then for the corners, I don't do fancy corners because I find that most of the time they don't line up evenly. This is just the way I do it. You can find what works for you. This is just my tip. So I just normally cut the corners right in line with my mounting board. And just cut out those little bits. Okay. And now for the next part, there's various ways to do this. The way I found most effective to get a really nice professional look is to start at one side, flip it over until about, let's say, sort of 2/3 over, and then you want to take one of your paper pencils, and because they're angled, it works really well. So you just gradually work your way all the way over it like that, and there you can see you've got a really nice finish. So we'll do that for the rest of it as well. So again, just folding over to about there, and then gradually using our paper pencil to flatten it down all the way. You can see it does bend a little bit, so that's the reason why I use this tool. And the last one. And there you have it. Okay, and so if there's little bits that are sticking out, you just trim them off at the end. You don't want anything sticking over. Alrighty. So there we go. And then you can take, actually, ooh, just use a little cotton ball and just flatten it onto your mounting board, just like that, so you know that you've got a nice finish, no bits sticking up. There we go. So the next one I'll show you how to do the patina process.